Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the media trying to cope with the utter failure of Doctor Who, of Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor Who. According to IGN, Doctor Who Season 14 was the jumpstart the sci-fi series has needed for years. No, that's actually incorrect. It's actually the worst viewed Doctor Who season in a long time. We're talking since like the cancellation of Doctor Who in the late 80s. We're going to talk about these numbers. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about those ratings. Cosmic Book News kind of breaks it down. Doctor Who scores are the worst for the season finale. It's actually the worst rated season finale in years.
Shocker.
Now,
they're review bombing it.
They're review bombing it. Yeah, so actually Doctor Who is better reviewed than The Acolyte is at this point. But yeah, episode 8, this is the big finale, right? And usually the big finale for Doctor Who winds up being one of the most viewed episodes of the season. Historically, that has been the case. This one only did 2.25 million. That's not good.
It's not good, no.
It's not good. There's no way to put a positive spin on this. And they tried. They're like, oh, well, once we have the +7 and then the +7 +4 +28.
Yeah, +28. Yeah, that was the last one.
Right. And even then, +7 TV +4, we're talking under 4 for the most part.
Divided by 10, multiplied by 365.
Right.
Times 24 hours.
So this is
purple.
This is a disaster, and it's so bad that, like you were saying in a previous video, like Disney and Samba, they're not even talking about the numbers. So you can't tell me that Disney Plus is picking up all the slack on this. People are tuning out from the show, and Ncuti Gatwa told them to go touch grass, to leave. You know, if you didn't like the new version of Doctor Who, just go leave. But
well, then they did. Then they got pissed about it.
And they got pissed. Right? I mean, look, if you like it, good for you. Good for you. I don't care. I don't care if you like it, but let's not lie about it.
No.
Let's not lie. The numbers are not good.
They don't know how to tell the truth.
This comes from IGN, right? So, of course. Yeah, Doctor Who Season 14 was the jumpstart the sci-fi series is needed. Oh, my God.
Yeah, what are they basing that headline on? Jumpstart in what way?
I don't know.
Let me guess. Because diversity... It's not because of, actual viewership or good storytelling or, good numbers. It's going to be something else, nebulous like, because representation.
So they're talking, I think they're talking story-wise, because clearly the viewership is not great. They said after so many ups and downs over the past 20 years, how is the show faring in its latest iteration? Quite well, all things considered.
Based on what? Quite well. How? Where?
This is interesting, though. Now it's okay to throw Jodie Whittaker under the bus.
Oh, yes, because she was a woman, so she doesn't have enough checkboxes.
After the frankly dreadful era overseen by Chris Chibnall, which preceded Davies' return, and the haphazard assembled final season under Stephen Moffat before that, Season 14 has been a massive step up in quality. It's not perfect. We'll examine where it could improve, but Ncuti Gatwa's first season as a Doctor is the first time in years that Doctor Who has felt like it has a direction. Well, the direction is down. That's what the direction is. And again, look, if you like the show, fantastic. I actually was looking forward to Russell T Davies coming back until he started talking. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not the same man that ran this show in the 2000s. He's definitely changed. But now it's okay to throw Jodie Whittaker under the bus.
Yeah, because you have a new guy and he is LGBTQ plus, so and he's not white, so more checkboxes than she has.
Wow, unlucky number 13. Jodie Whittaker is unlucky number 13. It's not too much of a hot take to say that before Russell T Davies, Doctor Who was stuck in something of a rough spot. You weren't allowed to.
Yes, you were allowed to say that. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Because people like you, this person, wouldn't have let people say that, a few years ago. Holy, what the? Pull your head out of your butthole.
Wow. Yeah, you were not allowed to. We got so much crap because I said, look, I'm not watching the show. And it's not because I actually didn't have a problem with the Doctor becoming a woman because at that point, we believed this was another regeneration cycle. And actually, at one point in time, River Song gave regeneration energy to Matt Smith's Doctor. So I kept thinking, well, they'll just explain it like that. Like, okay, it's a new cycle, new rules, and you add some female Time Lord energy or whatever. And that, they'll explain it some. No, they're just like, oh, no, the Doctor's been around like forever. And it started out as a little girl. And was a sassy black woman before, before she became William Hartnell. It's like, what the hell? But to be fair, I actually like the sassy black Doctor more than I like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. I thought she had more personality. She had chutzpah. But yeah, they're talking about how the last season of Peter Capaldi's wasn't good. They're talking about Pearl Mackie was great as Bill. We can't throw her on the bus.
Bill, did I mention I'm a lesbian? I like women. That Bill?
Wow. It said from an array of flat and uninteresting companions, incomprehensible plotting, dialogue driven far more by exposition than character, the Doctor becoming a conservative mind. Wait, what? The Doctor becoming a conservative-minded individual who defends the status quo and massive unneeded retcons. The Chibnall era would likely have killed any other show. But Doctor Who is too big.
Okay, wait. But I want to point out
what
that like you said, the Timeless Children. That he didn't retcon that, or he didn't put it back.
No,
like it's still stuck in the Chibnall. So everything people like, most people that like about Chibnall, it peaked in the whole Timeless Children thing. And Russell T Davies is still running with it.
Yeah, I mean, if he came back and said, because he's friends with Chibnall, right? Because Chibnall was writing Doctor Who episodes, I think on his watch and on Moffat's watch, But if he came back and said, yeah, the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the Timeless Children retcon because it just breaks everything, I'd be like, okay, I'll give you more of a chance, right? Actually, I was going to give them a chance with David Tennant. I'm like, even if they just don't, acknowledge the Timeless Children very much and we just kind of run with it, fantastic. But then they dragged his Doctor in the first episode. Mm-hmm. They're like, the Doctor doesn't know how to use pronouns.
I know.
I'm like, the Doctor was just a woman. What? What are you talking about?
But now the woman's a conservative-minded individual.
Conservative?
Yeah, well, to be fair, she put Rosa Parks in the back of the bus, so there's that.
That is true.
As Squid King has said.
Yeah, he actually dipped out from watching Doctor Who because it's like, oh, hell no. Ready, set, relaunch. As with all the best eras of modern Doctor Who, Season 14 hones in on mostly episodic plots centered around the Doctor, etc. But for now, back to basics approach seems to be working, except for the musical numbers and the.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're referring to the fact that like they weren't having this big. There is an overarching story, but it wasn't like every episode was tied to that. You know what I mean? It's like there's like kind of like X-Files. They used to do a lot of different episodes where there was like a self-contained story that kind of played into the bigger picture, but they're self-contained. And then the last couple of airs of Doctor Who, they're too busy trying to be how clever they were and weave it all together. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they mean. But no one's watching it anyway.
No, this is just like, I mean, this is the thing.
They're busy touching grass.
And you can like it. Like, look, you can like it. And I've actually seen some clips of Ncuti's Doctor when he's not, over the top. I actually think he has the potential to be good. But I'm not interested in this show for so many reasons. I mean, the show, to me, it's in the same place that Disney's Star Wars is, where they broke it. You might get a couple of good pieces of Doctor Who here and there, but it's like it's forever broken until you go back to where you broke it and say, you know what, we're not that never happened. Like The Last Jedi, until you go back and say, yeah, that never happened. We're gonna just wipe out the sequel trilogy. It didn't happen. Start over. I don't see a point in coming back because it's gonna be like even if this run tends to be sort of kind of okay. Who comes next? Who comes after Russell T Davies? If there is any more, because I'm sorry, those numbers
have more checkboxes.
Terrible. God, the numbers are terrible. Yeah, have more checkboxes. The next Doctor needs to be even more diverse. We have to be even more diverse in this. Cosmic Book News. Doctor Who scores worst ratings for the season finale. The viewership is down millions of viewers. No Disney Plus episodes have made the Nielsen charts or Samba TV rankings.
So you can't blame it on because they're doing so much better on those platforms. They aren't even breaking enough views to count.
Yeah. And they would be Disney being Disney, they would be bragging about the numbers. all over the place. To be like, look, our Doctor Who's doing. No, because most people that are watching Doctor Who are in the UK. Let's be honest, Doctor Who, I mean, it does have, it does have a US fan base, but it's definitely more of a UK thing, right? And they're going to watch it on the BBC. They're not going to watch it on, well, I don't think they can over there on Disney. It's on the BBC. So it's only America, I think, that's on Disney Plus, and I don't think Americans care. At this point, I think they're like totally checked out. The biggest Doctor Who was over here in recent memory was during the Matt Smith era when they ran it on BBC America. And it was pretty big, and then they killed it. They killed it right after the 50th anniversary. But yeah, he said the new series of Doctor Who holds the record for the worst ratings for a season finale in the show's entire 60-year history.
Wow.
I believe that because, again, usually the series finale, a lot of people will check in for that because that's usually when there's like, the cameos and the big plot twist and maybe the new companion, maybe a regeneration, something. And yeah, they didn't. They said episode 8, Empire of Death, was watched by only 2.25 million people overnight. Remember they said that didn't matter. They were going to retrain the audience and they were all going to come back. And then the 7-day, now they're saying, plus 28, we had 5 million views. I'm like, Mr. Beast gets that in like 15 minutes.
I know.
I'm just saying, the previous episode from last week, The Legend of Ruby Sunday, holds the record for the worst rating ever in the show's 60-year history. Holy shit. Viewership is down considerably from 6 months ago as more than 2 million viewers have stopped watching since the Christmas special. Yeah, even that, that was low for David Tennant. It was like 5 or 6 million, I think. And that was down. Those were like Capaldi numbers. And I love Capaldi, but the numbers started to drop off during his era. Series 14 starring Ncuti Gatwa is down 3 million viewers from the first special from last year, featuring the return of David Tennant. Oh my God, guys, you bigots, you all went and touched grass. Remember when he said that for every bigot that left Doctor Who, like 5 more diverse people were trying to come back and watch his show? And they're trying to pivot to TikTok. They said they're trying to make Doctor Who for Gen Z, and Gen Z doesn't give a shit. This is a 60-year-old franchise. It has a lot of baggage, but the fans it has are incredibly loyal, but they don't want those fans.
Sounds like any other franchise. Star Wars, Masters of the Universe, Star Trek, She-Ra.
Yeah. It said the Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker era also performed considerably better. The Series 13 finale was watched by 3.71 million viewers. And that was, I thought that was as low as Doctor Who was going to go.
Yeah, that was pretty bad then.
Whittaker's season 12 finale, 4.69 million. 11, 5.32 million. Damn.
Oh,
wow. The Rotten Tomatoes audience score for Series 14 is at 32% from fans. Yeah.
But they broke this glass ceilings that were already broken again.
It's just like, whatever. Good luck with that. This is what you wanted, right? This is what you wanted. You wanted to chase the old audience off, and they've actually bragged about it. Russell T Davies was kind of bragging about it too. Like, yeah, we'll chase them off. We're going to get Gen Z back. We're going to do more musical numbers, and we're going to really, gay Doctor Who up a lot more than it already was, even though it already was kind of. But there you go, guys. Congratulations.
Good job.
So when it doesn't get renewed for another season, which, it might, but I don't think Disney's going to bankroll anymore.
But we know they're doing at least 2 with Disney, but yeah.
It's one season split into 2 parts. It's 2 8-episode, quote-unquote, seasons. Netflix seasons. Because they used to do 14 to 16 episodes per season. So that's all it is. It's a Disney season. So Disney's Doctor Who, dead on arrival. Are we going to wrap this up?
Yep.
There we go, guys. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.